Are you Mr.
A
Douglas?
shocking move. The defendant throws everything away with pure stupidity.
Court is calling 2023 CR 0939, State of Texas versus Michael Grant Douglas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Joseph Lassen, good afternoon, good morning still.
Are you Mr. Douglas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of felon in possession of a firearm as a third-degree felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
With sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, this was an unfortunate incident in which he was being followed by his wife in his wife's car, and the firearm was in a bag in the trunk, unaware from my client. That's the reason why he is pleading guilty today, so that he can put this past him and move forward. He's working and he's learned a lot since this incident that is.
Wait a minute, you're saying that he was being followed by his wife?
His wife was in a separate car. It's in the report, Your Honor.
Okay.
She was following him, and he was driving, and then he got stopped by the police for running a red light. And he's working, and he has really learned from his first incident.
All right. He didn't learn from his prison time because we're here.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it seems like everything with him happens in January. Maybe you should spend the entire month of January inside your house.
No, ma'am. I was going through it with my wife. The bag is actually the guy she was seeing.
Well, I mean, it says he threw it out the car.
No,
I mean, they're drug paraphernalia. That's what it
Oh,
says.
yes.
Was thrown out
the
of the
drug
car.
paraphernalia. The firearm
Yes.
was in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to my client, he didn't know that it was in the trunk of the car. It was his wife's car.
Oh. So you want a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive for marijuana. That's it.
All right. Why are you using drugs?
I cut trees down and it just relaxes me after a day of work. It's
When's
more
the-
medicinal than social. I'm not out smoking weed with everybody.
When's the last time you used?
Last night,
Okay. Why would you use marijuana when you know you're coming to court the next day? That's not somebody who's made changes, counsel.
I understand.
You're going to have to start making better decisions. Otherwise, you're going to prison.
I understand that completely.
All right. And how much time did you do last time you went to prison?
I did 10.
Yeah. Was that a fun time?
No, I'm not trying to go back ever. The gun, it didn't belong to me. It was her, the guy
Well-
she was seeing, and I was trying to get my car back. The car that she owns, we're married.
What do you want a jury trial? Again, that's what I asked you. All right. So are you still with your wife?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor, they've worked out a lot of their issues, and they have reconciled.
I moved to another state. We went through a lot.
What state
North Carolina,
and which county?
Robinson.
All right. Here's the thing about relationships. This is me giving you some advice. If you decided to forgive someone for their indiscretions, you can't bring it up during arguments.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you all have not worked through that, it's just sitting in the corner waiting to come out whenever it comes out.
Now, we're in counseling and everything. We legitimately trying to move past it. We have moved past it. It's just this hold up on this case that I have in front of me.
All right. Do you all have any children?
I have a child that doesn't belong to me, that's hers,
All right. How old is the child?
13.
And that's the only child you have?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What is your employment? What do you do?
I cut down trees. I'm an arborist. I do subcontract work for Cleanscapes right now. I'm working for Andy's Landscape, but I also do work for MTX. I have a pretty good name in the landscaping field out there in San Antonio.
So what's the problem with magnolia trees when they're just like not blooming?
Magnolia trees that won't bloom.
Yeah.
Probably need to put a little coffee in there, get a little fertilizer. They could be sick.
All right. And if they're sick, what are they usually?
I stop by the apartment, I cut them down.
Oh,
Tear
so
them
you
up,
go out and
yeah.
you kill trees.
Yes. I can identify a few, areas, but
Okay.
knock them down.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. So you actually live in North Carolina right now?
No, I'm a Texas resident.
Okay, well, what are you saying you all are in North Carolina now?
We went through a whole separation, me and my wife did, through this whole ordeal. I left Texas. We went through counseling, I come back,
Oh, so now you're back in Texas.
yes, I'm a resident of Texas. It was just a temporarily.
All right, the court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Some freedom.
Okay. All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to do better. Good luck to you. I hope your relationship works out.
It will.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe step back, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you the same Michael Grant Douglas Jr. who's placed on community supervision and cause number 2023 CR 0939 for the offense of felon in possession of a firearm on April 24, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you? State.
The supplement of one, Your Honor, on violating condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Michael Grant Douglas Jr. who then there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December 2023, January, February, March, April, May, June, July of 2024. Violating condition number 3.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Violating condition, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 6 years in prison and up to a $500 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It has revoked the individual officer's probation, reformed the underlying sentence of 6 years to 3 years of Texas Department of Corrections.
All right, is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with revocation?
Yes, sir.
And has he done anything since he's been on probation?
Judge, we did parents classes. We did provide the truth and employment. DNA sample, and we made payments in the amount of $1,164.
All right, so what was outstanding for him on his probation?
Oh, and I'm sorry, I believe because he completed his parenting classes, you waived his community service hours, which were 150. Judge, there weren't any classes that were still outstanding. The total balance on the account is $2,803.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Michael Grant Douglas Jr.
All right, what happened? Why were you not doing well on probation? Why were you not reporting?
My past came to get me, I had a assault case that my probation officer told me about. And I just thought that I kept reporting, she was gonna lock me up. So I stopped reporting. And then when I got my lawyer, I spoke to Juan, he said, because it was prior to my probation, that I really just messed myself up. I have no reason why I couldn't comply except for that. It just was a bad decision that I made.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why people think they can run for their problems. If you address your problems head on, all you have to do is pick up the phone. I tell everybody who comes in here, if there's an issue with probation and you're talking to them and you feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come in here. And if you would have called an attorney, they would have told you when you're placed on probation, whatever happened before doesn't necessarily mean that a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
And
so,
Judge
yes.
Michael's credit, even though he was not reporting throughout all this time, he's making his payments that were due online.
Okay. All right, this court is going to do. Court will find violation of condition number 4 true, revoke, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we can go off the record. Well, other than not reporting and running from your problems, you did very well on probation. I hope you've learned you can't run from problems. They still gotta be there when you stop running. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.
My name is Happy. I upload courtroom video for education purpose. This video may contain copyrighted works not specifically authorized for use, but believed in good faith to be protected by the fair use doctrine under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law.